So without wasting our time, I'm going to kickstart. Okay, so we have an amazing guest tonight. He's a popular person. It's someone. Some people might not know him. Some people may know him. But to those who do not know him, we have one of the hottest designer. Sometimes I don't like calling people designer. I don't know the best word to use. Right. I don't know. Maybe there's another word you guys can borrow me to use. Because when somebody has gone beyond just creating designs, it's beyond graphics. Yeah, what do you call such a person? Okay, we can say a creator. Yeah, because the person we have here is a creator. He's a is the baddest, and I knew him when I was also learning. Like not really. Yeah, kind of. Yeah, I was working somewhere, and that was how I got to know him through one of my bosses like that. His name is Bams. Yeah, I'm sure Rex will remember Bams. Show him Bam Daily as one of the toughest guys in the industry. Yeah, so that was when I knew Rex, and Rex, I knew him through something like this also. Yeah, in Ideators group. Yeah, when a workshop was also organized and they brought in Rex, and this boss thrilled everybody, thrilled all of us with one tricks like that. And since then I've been unable to get off his neck. Like, yeah, I mean, no, I'm not somebody that disturb, but I just sometimes visit and just just swallow all these bosses. Yeah. So tonight I
Good
want
evening,
you
sir.
guys to. Good evening. Who is that? Good evening,
Oluwatemilorin.
Sheyi. You are welcome. You are welcome. You are welcome. Get a seat. Get a seat. So please, ushers, help me serve them small chops.
We are on Tomiland Bridge Odopo.
Kindly mute yourself, please. Don't act like a ras person, please. Okay, so I want you all to help me welcome Regs, Big Boss Regs, to our workshop tonight. And how you will do that is just take your phone and then type in the chat and just say welcome, boss. Just do that for me. You can decide to use emoji or anything, but just welcome him from for me. I want to see your chat. Yes, thank you. I want to see your chat. I want to see your chat. Before I read his bio, his bio is loud. His bio is very loud. So he's one of the top bosses that we look up to, and it's such an honor to have him here. Like, no jokes, no jokes. I'm sure some of you've seen his works. Yeah, I hope you'll be able to share at least a bit of how he got to where he is now, because it's really a big pleasure to have him. All right, I'm still waiting for more hands. I'm waiting for more message. Thank you guys. Thank you guys. Thank you so much. Okay, so let's move to his bio now. Chai. Okay, Regs, aka okay, Richmond Chika Emebo. Sorry, I didn't get that correctly. Forgive me, boss. Let me just say Richmond Chika, aka Regs, better known by his nickname Regs, is a Nigerian graphic designer, motion graphic artist, and a creative director who has worked with so many companies and individuals such as Tenny, Sydney Tucker, Small Doctor, Dave Oli. Lil Kesh, Zamora, Dr. Seed, and Peruzi, etc. Like there are more. There are many other people that I didn't mention here. So he won the Young Graphic Designer of the Year award in the year 2020 for WYCA Young Writers and Creatives Award. He also won the Award of Excellence as a Motion Designer in the year 2021 from Niger Graphic Designer, NGD. He leads a team of creatives at 316 Reggz, 316 Reggz, and God Got You, where they create stunning and creative visuals for companies and brands. I would have said um, we should check out some of his works before we move further. But I'm sure he's going to show a lot more for us. Yeah, so I don't even know what to. I'm looking for how I can a limb. I won't say hype now. A limb better than this. Yeah, but I welcome you, boss. I welcome you. There's nothing else to say. See my hands. I welcome you. You're welcome. Thank you for accepting our call. Thank you for joining us this night. Okay. So what's the next thing? Over to you, boss.
Hey, yo, good evening, everyone. Hi.
Hi,
It's
hi, hi.
yeah, yeah. Thank you, Mr. Maven. It's Maven, right? Maven or Marvin?
Yeah,
Like, what's the right
he's moving.
pronunciation?
He's moving. Yeah, moving.
Okay, it's okay, Maven. Thank you very much for having me here. I really appreciate, and thank you to everyone too. Man, it's an honor for real. It's an honor, and it's a privilege. You know, it's a privilege. Like when you told me, like, man, bro, I want you on this, I want you on that. I mean, I was just so happy. I was very happy, 100%. Why? Because I believe these are actually opportunities. You know, just to come and like share your knowledge, you know, and
Yeah.
at the same time to express your energy to people. So yeah. So thank you very much for having me here. Okay.
All
So
right. So
I think I don't
let
need
me
to.
yeah let me
Yeah.
turn off
Okay.
my
Cool.
own so you can share.
Okay. You can
Yeah.
still share.
Yeah. So you can share now.
Okay. Cool. 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 Let me pin. I'll just pin this. Come here. Okay. Um. All right. Cool. I don't know if you guys can see my Photoshop. By the way.
Yeah, exactly. We can see
Okay. All right. So, well, aside that, is there any like background noise just to be sure?
anything like background. No.
Okay. Cool. No background noise. That's fresh. Okay, cool. So thank you very much. So also, it's not like introduce myself anymore since you've already done that. So let's just get down to business. Down to
Yep. Yes,
business
boss.
since this is a workshop. Yeah.
Yes, boss.
And yeah, cool. So basically, I also like just explain a few things by the way. And yeah, I know people. Some people here don't actually know me. So by the way, I'm Reggz, which Mr. Mavis have already said already. And I am into the cover art industry as a graphic designer. You know, I do everything. By God's grace, I think I'm good at almost everything. You know, UI, UX, flyers, posters, branding, logos, and the rest. But I'm more into the album cover niche. That's actually what people are actually demanding me for most of the time. More of album covers, music covers, single covers, flyers, posters, manipulations, motion graphics, you know, animating and all, animating still images. So that's the field I'm actually in. So yeah, someone asked if the class is actually recording. I don't know if it's recording.
Yes, yes, yes. It is.
Okay, cool. Thank you very much. I actually love to also have the record too.
Yeah.
So yeah, so this is actually a new cover which I actually did for Danny Young and Odumodu Black recent. And when the client hit me up for this, they were like, "Yo, bro, also we need something ASAP, like urgent, as soon as possible." And to me, it's actually a priority client. So I had to leave everything that I was doing just to get this done. Because when it comes to these celebrities, they usually want their things to be ASAP. The reason why, because there are a lot of people who are actually hitting them up every second and every day, asking them if they could work with them, offering cheaper rates and all that. But I don't know if you guys have read a few books on customer loyalty. As a graphic designer, not just as a graphic designer, but as a person too, self-improvement is very, very important. So if you're a graphic designer or a creative, make sure you're improving yourself, because if it's only design, man, you don't really know how to like close deals or how to like secure deals or how to build customer relationship or customer loyalty. Man, sorry for you, because a lot of people actually have that edge ahead of you. Yeah, hope that English is correct, yeah. So yeah, so it's very important to always read books on a steady. Like right now, I want you guys to like read a book on time management, because time is actually very important. So we should always improve ourselves 100%. And yeah, so basically, let's just get down to business. So when the client hit me up and they were like, they want something that is very dope, something that is very attractive, something that if someone sees, they would like stop scrolling to look at it. And when the client mentioned that, I had to like, in my head, I've already made up my mind that any design I'm doing, it has to be, the colors have to pop. That was the first thing I had in mind. The colors must pop. If the colors don't pop, then that means I've not really like, I've not, the colors don't pop. I've not gotten what the client actually wants, you feel? So I was like, okay, so for colors to pop, in my mind, I had pink, I had yellow, I had red. Definitely not blue, because blue doesn't pop. Blue is a friendly, calm color. So in my head, I was like, okay, let me just get a yellow color first. So I'll just open an empty canvas. I'll open an empty canvas just to show you all how I work. And yeah, so when I'm creating a design, I noticed that some designers are always using like, 1K by 1K, 1000 by 1000 pixels, that kind of thing. Some designers use 500 by 500 pixels. Well, there's some designers who also use 4000 by 4000 pixels, but I do not use that. I use 2000 by 2000 pixels because I believe it's cool. I believe it's manageable, and it won't blow my system up. So yeah, it won't blow my PC. So when I was creating this, I made the canvas of 2000 pixels, and yeah, I had to pick my color, which is yellow, basically. Just come to this place here. This background, foreground. And I picked the yellow color, which was this. And used my paint bucket to just paint it yellow. Yeah. Just painted it yellow. That was the first things first. Then in my head, because as a designer, you have to always know what you want to design at the end, in the beginning. Sorry, what you want in the end, you have to have it in mind in the beginning. So I don't know if you guys know Technicoca. So let me just switch to my my browser, if that will work. So yeah, so one thing about a designer is you should always not you should always, I don't usually work with references like that, but if you're a beginner, or if maybe for example now you're having creative block or you don't know what to create and there's a deadline to meet, always make sure you're always using Pinterest, Instagram, and you're using what's the name? Yeah, using, maybe you just have ideas stored up somewhere basically. But most importantly, always make sure you pray before you start looking for ideas, because you can pick a wrong idea that your clients will never like, that kind of thing. So for me, before I even design stuff, I always pray, like, God, please lead me to do the right thing. Make I not go for my hand or disgrace my ancestors, that kind of thing.
That's noted. Let me write that down.
Yeah. Yeah. So there's this guy called Technicoca. So man, he's very good. Like, he's a Nigerian, but he bases in America. Is he America or Atlanta? One of them, shall. But he bases abroad, definitely. So he's like, one of the persons that I go to, not really all the time, but once in a while I go to his pages for like inspiration and ideas. So if you notice, his designs are always popping, like it's eye catching, it catches your attention, that kind of thing. So I think actually, yeah, I didn't come here for ideas, but just to like help you guys, just to teach you how to like get ideas and all. So yeah, one of the designs, if you just see it, there's no head in this design. So if I was the one who didn't really know what to do, I I'll just come in and pick an idea, And I actually loved the way the head was cut off here. So it was actually very cool.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah, the way the head was cut off here. It's actually very cool. I can just pick ideas from here, you know. So let me just show you guys how I think. I'll just cut this, screenshot it, take it back to my Photoshop, then come here, just put this by the corner. So basically, I know that I'm looking at this for an idea on a steady. Okay, what's wrong with my Photoshop? Okay, cool. Just put this here in the corner. Yeah. Then also sometimes I always go back to my own previous designs for ideas, because sometimes people usually love what I do. So when I repeat those designs, to them it's still like a wow factor, like wow, how did you come up with this? But it's something I've already created in the past. So this is one of the designs I actually pinned on my page. This design. So yeah. So that there are a few things I can actually pick from here, which is like the paints. If you notice the paint idea, I can actually pick this up. So I'll just screenshot this and just keep it, by the corner. Yep. Wow, I even got the same color. That's mad. Like, cool. So let's keep this by the corner here. Let's keep it here. Group this. Group it, call it reference. Ref. And for those designers that don't group your layers, please, I beg, they group your layers. You guys, they organize. If you're organizing in real life and you're not organizing your design career, it's not good, man. Sometimes your designs actually speak for you, and your design processes speak for you. So yeah. So for me, I always love grouping my layers and arranging my layers. So yeah, I'll just group this and I'll just keep this by the corner. So that was like, so those are like the two things I actually had in mind. This design and a few of them in Kuka style. So yeah, so I believe you guys already know how to cut pictures. So one thing I wanted to like show you guys how to do is how to like cut pictures in a quick way. So Adobe Photoshop always updates their software, and they've added a few features which I believe some of y'all already know and have already seen in your life. But in case you don't know about it, well, you want to know it today. So let me pick up a picture that I have in my download folder. So this is DJ Humphrey. Yeah, just add this here. Still loading my Photoshop. Cool. So yeah, this is Photoshop basically. So I'll just come to Windows, then I'll come to properties. So properties actually has all the settings for that particular layer, for the layer that you're working on. And yeah, if you notice, there's nothing like it is crop basically, but it's not cut, just crop. So in case you don't want to use shortcuts, you can just use all that here. So the setting I want to use to remove this background is not here. So I have to just duplicate this image with Control J on my keyboard. But if you don't use shortcuts, you can just drag it down here and duplicate basically. So I'll turn this background off. So if you look here, you can see that the settings have actually changed. And there's remove background. So in case it's too small, let me just use magnifier to zoom in. So you see what I'm talking about. So it's actually this is okay. Yeah, it's actually here. Remove background, just in case you don't see. So let me go back. So yeah, cool. Close that. Then yeah, I'll just come back here. Then Ctrl Z, use my hand tool, then remove background. So basically, AI, artificial intelligence on Photoshop, just remove the background. So it actually removed the background, but still, they are still training the AI, I believe. So maybe in the year 2025, in the future, when they are flying cars and all, the AI will be able to do all these things perfectly. So if you notice, it didn't really cut the hair here. So I'll just use my pencil, select, yeah. You guys any tool you want basically. If you're very good with lasso tool, you can use lasso tool. But I'll just use pencil for those who aren't really familiar with lasso tool and the rest. Just select it. And the reason why, because pencil is very perfect. Like if you want to like get a perfect cut, I advise you use pencil. So just select this, control enter on my keyboard, use my lasso tool to deselect this part, select part of this hair, select, so add here, then oops, there's a mistake. Just Yeah, yeah. So that's perfect. So yeah, so that's for remove background. So in case you don't know about remove background, well, now you know. So yeah, but in case you know about it, Emma Binu, I'm not perfect. I'm still learning too. So yeah, but it's a new feature in Photoshop, by the way, and it's been existing since I think 2021 or 2022, because this is Photoshop 2022, so it's been existing for a long time. So yeah, yeah. So now I'll show you guys how to like cut this picture. Let me go back to our workspace, basically. So yeah, I need to like show you guys how to do this. So yeah, that's done. So the next thing on my list is how to retouch pictures for your music covers, for your posters, for your flyers. You know, just how to make it look extraordinary, better than how it used to be. You know, so I want to show you guys how to do that soon, and I'll use DJ Hofferay's picture as an example to do that. And yeah, sorry, my layers are scattered. I'll just take this in. Okay, take this in, take this out, fix this back here. Cool, let's go. So let me show you guys how to do that. So I'll just take the half race picture and I'll take it into the background. You know. So let me just turn this ref off, turn Daniel's picture off, and I'll make the half race picture a bit bolder. You know. But looking at it, to me, it looks good. Yeah, it looks good. But to me, because of my experience, and you know, I know what my clients want. My clients want something that is very, very grungy. It has that street vibe. And I know that definitely this kind of blending will work for them. So I always love touching the pictures. Like I said, I want you guys to like make the pictures look a bit extraordinary. So to do that, basically, you have to use this feature called Camera Raw. So Camera Raw is a feature that photographers usually use to add textures to a picture. So if you notice, the Geoffrey's picture kind of like has little textures, but it's not enough. Why? Because the picture was not really high quality. So we have to add a little, like we have to add little textures to it to make it look high quality a bit, basically. Yeah, but before then, let me just fix all this outline. Um just come here. Yep, it has gone. Now it's gone. And this
Yeah, boss,
part,
can
I'll
you?
just
Sorry, boss. Can you please minimize
yeah,
the Telegram screen?
Telegram. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, let me do that. Let me do that. Thank you. So I'll just minimize that. Okay, cool. So let me just clean this place up using contracts. Click here, select, modify, and contracts. So it's okay. Control H to hide that. I H. Yeah, this is better. Control D to deselect. I'll just make a new layer on my keyboard. No. Just make a new layer as Control Shift N, which I believe some of you already know. So Control Shift N just to make a new layer. Yeah. So I'll just paint this yellow. I'll pick this color. I'll paint this part yellow. That color is not fine. Yeah, this color is perfect. So I'll paint here yellow. So the reason why I'm doing this because I noticed that there are a few green areas here which I would love for it to be here so I can blend it with the background. So I'll just add this here and I'll change this color here. So if you see, there's a before and there's an after. So this usually works when you're trying to like make black and white pictures to be colored. So for example, if Geoffrey's face was black and white and I wanted to like give his face the natural black African man's color. So I'll just make sure that I have his skin color, then I'll just use the same technique I used. New layer, then I'll just paint his skin color there. Change to color, and that's how you paint people's colors. So for his lips, you paint it red, definitely. Yeah. So that's how you just basically paint people's colors back. So yeah. So back to what I was doing. So I've already painted this part green. Sorry, yellow. Let me check other parts that will need it. I think this part will need it. So Come back here, pick a yellow color, then paint it in back. Paint here, this part, paint here, and I'll paint here, paint here. I'm not sorry if I'm wasting you guys' time. So let's paint it back properly.
No, I guess they are amazed. They're actually amazed.
Okay.
You're not wasting time.
Oh, thank God. Okay, I thought it was actually boring, guys. But thank God.
No,
Thank
not
you very
at all.
much. Okay. So basically, like when I'm doing this process, I usually take my time to this process so that it's perfect. But just to save time, because I know that we actually have 1 hour. At least 1 hour. So just to save time, let me just dive in back to what I was saying about camera raw. So so I've before and after, before and after. So I'll just merge this two together so that I won't go back to it in this life. It's already merged, so I'm not going back to it. So let me do that camera raw stuff I wanted to show you guys. So I'll come to filter, then camera raw filter, which is here in our filter tab. So camera raw filter. Yeah, so this is camera raw. This is what photographers use when they want to like edit pictures or when they want to edit pictures. So there's so many tools here. Basically, you know the tools like color balance, levels, color lookup, all those tools. Basically, everything is here. So you can mess around with colors, mess around with the texture, mess around with so many things here. So like for example, now let's say I didn't like this yellow and I wanted to drop the vibrance of the yellow. I just drop it here. And if you notice, all the colors here change. All the yellow colors here change. So if you want to like change the red, make the red pop, and do everything here. Change the hue here, and do everything here. But yeah, I'm not really diving into this part. I wanted to dive into the texture part, making the picture blend. So if you notice here, this is the before. So I'll just let me just touch the picture. So if you notice, there's temperature, there's tint, there's exposure, there's contrast, there's highlights, there's shadows, there's whites, there's blacks, there's texture, and the rest basically. And as a designer, it's always very important for you guys to like know how to like balance your colors, And you know how it's like carpentry. If you're learning how to be a carpenter, if you're learning carpentry, everybody knows how to like nail, how to knock nail on the wood. But carpenters have like a professional way of doing it, and they do it professionally. So with designers, if you're a designer, basically your eyes have to get used to designs. That's to get used to like color balancing. That's to get used to basically contrast and all those things. So for example now, if this DJ off race face was greenish like this and I left it like that, definitely it's not blending. It's so weird, man. The greenish and the yellow. Though it's somehow cool, but you notice the green is too much on his face, so it's not really making it blend with the background and it's making it a bit off. So as a designer, you have to like know when to you have to like know a good color grade and the bad color grade basically. So yeah, I'm going to just texturize this picture a bit. So let me just move, this here. I'll come to filter, camera raw. Yeah, cool. So I'll just place this by the side. Let me see if I can reduce the size of this. Cool, makes sense. So yeah, so let me just start. So basically, naturally the picture is blending in with like they are closer colors, like colors are kind of like complementing each other. The yellow jacket and his face has a bit yellow on it, so I don't need to pump up the yellow. It's gonna look a bit off, so it's not needed. But I think I would love to, pump up the exposure a bit just to make it brighter, small, contrast small. So this thing is not really like a value for it. Like I'll just say maybe put 23 here, but nah. It actually comes with practice, you feel. So the more you do it, the more you master it, the more you learn it. So yeah. So the shadows is perfect. The highlights is perfect. It's not really. I don't really need to mess around with that. The whites is perfect. If the whites was like too much like this, then I know that I have to bring it down a bit. So and if it's too dark, I have to like bring it up a bit. So it's perfect the way it is. So just Ctrl Z that. The blacks too is perfect. It's not really. I don't really need to mess around with that. What I need to mess around more now is the clarity, man. So this is clarity, this texture, this is the haze. So if you want to like bump up the texture on his face, like increase this, If you notice, it looks more grungy. So I don't need to make it too much, just small. I just need small of it. Then clarity, I need more of clarity a bit, more of texture, then more of the haze, make it darker a bit. So yeah, okay on my keyboard. And yeah, this is how it's looking. So this is how music covers, flyers and posters. Like this is how clients love their musical and flyers and their posters. They love it grungy like this. So yeah, so I've showed you guys this part. So let's move on to the next thing on how to like add all these paints, all this paint stuff. So let me just use my history to go back to the original design. So how to create all these paints. If you notice there are outlines here. There are white outlines here, then there are a few brush strokes here. You know, a few brush strokes here. So let me start with the outline first. I'll start with the outline. So coming back to this DG of Ray's picture. So add the outline. There are two ways. There are so many ways to add this outline. You know, so there's the perfect way and there's the imperfect way. And when I mean perfect and imperfect, I mean the results. So the fastest way to do, which is going to make it look imperfect in a way, is using stroke. So if you use stroke, it kind of looks a bit weird. It doesn't really blend with it. So I have to use a color that complements this yellow. You know, definitely I cannot use. I think almost every color complements yellow. You know, even red complements yellow, but it's too harsh. So I want to keep it calm. Something like pink, yeah, because it's pink on his shirt. So I'll just pink this pink that is here. You know, I'll pick this pink that is here. Yeah. So it's cool looking like this. It's cool looking like this. But to me, it's weird. To me, it's weird, basically. It's a bit weird. So I'll just, yeah, it's a bit weird. And this is the imperfect way I was telling you about, based on the results. This is the imperfect way, based on the results. So, and this is cool. You can actually use this. A lot of creatives use this, but for this particular project, I don't want to use this. I want to use the perfect way. And this is why I call it perfect way because the result looks perfect. Use this box view. So let me just show you guys how I do that. You know, so to do that for me, I'll use my pencil, which we all know the pencil. Then I will come to shape. I'll make it as a shape. Then I will just start drawing. It doesn't really need to be perfect. Just draw it. And yeah, sorry, before I proceed, before I even start drawing itself, I have to just change the fill to this. Yeah. So make sure the fill is here. Stroke has to be empty basically. So I'll put it beneath him. So if you notice it's working. Yeah. So I don't want to complete it basically. So I'll just keep it half like this. Cool. So yeah, so half of him, he has that line there. So I think I would like to add here too. So I'll just come to a new layer. I won't draw it here, but if I draw it here, it's just what I'm drawing will be on that shape. So I don't want it to be on that shape. So I want it to be a different shape basically. So I'll just come here, zoom in, and I'll draw it. It has to be sharp. It's not, don't give it curves, just give it sharp feel. So it's look like a cutout. So yeah, perfect. So I like to give it a different color. White is also cool. So yeah, it gives it that cutout feel like someone used scissors to cut it out basically. So yeah. So again, we should always use our references, but I said that I'm not really following the reference because I already have what I want to do in my head. But I'll use the reference just to you guys to like get a few ideas for your design. So let me group all these layers. Like I said, I love grouping my layers. So I'll just select all these layers, Control G on my keyboard to group. So this is DJ of Ray. You guys check him out. He's a very awesome DJ, Christian artist DJ, basically gospel artist DJ. So yeah. This head, I'm not really gonna use this anymore because we already started using DJ of Ray's pictures. So yeah. So we have reference to have DJ of Ray. So yeah. Cool. So now I'm just thinking in my head, I'm just thinking what I can do. Okay, cool. I think I know what to do. So yeah. So DJ Humphrey's picture, I'll just reduce the size because I think I would love to add text. I love to add background, and I also love to show you guys how to like blend everything together. But now everything is blending, but the final thing I love doing in all my designs is color grading. It's very important. Color grading is super important, you know. But before then, let's just start resizing the pictures and all. So let's put this down here, make it bigger, put it down here. Make sure you use rulers, very important, man. Accuracy is key. Just place this here. Should be in the middle. So if the offer is here, text to be here. Yeah, I think everything is balanced. So you can go as far as adding more rulers, to 100 here, 19 here. But I don't go as far as because I'm already used to the alignment already. In my head, I already know how to align my stuff. But back then when I was still learning and still working on myself, I always use rulers, man. It helps a lot. Helps a lot. So as time goes on, you get used to it. Let's close my tele. Okay, now shine through. Yeah. So yeah, this is it. So just in case it's distracting you from your design, you can just press Control and column on your keyboard. So just to show you what I mean, because sometimes this symbols can be a bit confusing. You can mistake colon for quotation mark, you can mistake colon for hyphen, that kind of thing. So this is colon basically. Let me make this keyboard bigger. This is column. So control and this button here is to hide it. Let me just show you. So control and this column is to hide the lines basically. So yeah, this column here. Sorry, semicolon, column, whatever you call it basically. Column, semicolon, yeah. So let's close that. And yeah, it's there but it's hidden. So now let me just run up this design because of time. So yeah, so make sure this is in the middle. You can use a computer to centralize it. Or centralized. Can you imagine? So like I said, the more you get used to it, if you like, the more you do this stuff, the more you get used to alignments. Like already, you already know that it's already aligned in your head because you're already used to it. So yeah. So control semicolon balance. Cool. Let me add a font. So because of vibe, I think a paintbrush vibe would go well with this. Looking at my reference, this is a paintbrush text, so I'm going to use that. Looking at my reference too, I think I would love to add a few 3D elements. So let me show you guys how to get all these 3D elements, basically. If you are very familiar with Cinema 4D, you can model all this on Cinema 4D, but I think that's too complex, so I won't do anything on Cinema 4D right now. So yeah, let me go to my browser. So you can just come to Google and just type 3D, 3D shapes, 3D shapes. Sorry, solid 3D shapes. So let me just click this part. I think I can use a few things from here. And now PNGs. Let me add PNGs to that search. Yeah, cool. Makes sense. I think I can use this, but I won't download the PNG. Okay, now I can use this. Yeah, this is perfect. So I'll just copy this, paste this here. So I think I'll use this. I'll use this guy over here. It's cool, and I'll use this guy over here. It's cool, and this guy over here. So yeah. So first things first, I'll use wand. Come here for wand, then make this bigger so I can get enough pixels when I'm using wand. Use my tolerance to 40. Yeah, cool. Then delete. So yeah, move this one here. Cool. So I'll just select this one out. Cut it out. Copy. Select this cone. Nah, that cone doesn't look like tree like that. This prism. Cut this one out. Come back to that layer. Yeah, boxes, cubes. Nice. Cut. Cool. So I think I have enough shapes that I can use whatever I want. So yeah, so cool. So, like I said, camera roll, just to give it more, vibe, grungy vibe. So I'll camera on this shape too, because it looks too flat anyway. So I'll camera on it. So in my camera roll, add clarity, add haze, not too much, add texture. Then let me see if I can change the color using temperature. Nah. So let me look at my design just to know the colors I'll fit. So pink would be nice. So I'll just mess around here. Let's give it that pink vibe. Pink, cool. Use this here. Comes exposure, make it brighter. Contrast, highlights, shadows, drop that white. Drop the black a bit. Increase the clarity, boost the vibrance. Come to color mixer. So I'll change the color a bit. But you don't need to waste your time here. Once you just get the original grungy feel, you can always use hue or saturation because control you on your keyboard to change the colors. So yeah, basically. So yeah, but looking at this, it's looking nice. Just that I don't really like it's kind of pixelated in a way. So I'll just add oil paint. So just get oil paint. This filter, stylized, and oil paint. So yeah. So if you notice, it's looking a bit smooth. It shouldn't be too smooth because if you do that, it look fake a bit. So it shouldn't be 100% smooth. Yeah. So I think this is perfect. Okay. So you're good to go. I can just move this around. Put this here. I have to apply the same thing here. So I would have just saved that camera filter as a preset. So yeah, let me just do the same process that I did on the circle. So clarity, haze, texture, add this pink. Just all this. Not too much. Cool. Okay. So I'm gonna just apply the same thing here too. That's Control Alt F on your keyboard to apply the last filter you did. So apply the same, stylize or you paint on it. Come here to Control Alt F on your keyboard to apply the last filter. So yeah, I think I like the way it's looking. So I'll put this in front. This cube at the back. Put this cone in front too. So because the cone is in front, it has to be bigger. Perspective, basically. So perspective, such perspective drawings, you'll be able to understand what I mean by perspective. The object in front will be bigger, then the object at the back will be smaller. Perspective, basically. So these are buildings built almost in the same size, but because this one is actually far off at the back, it's called the vanishing point. It's gonna be small. So that's why it's vanish. That's why it's disappear, basically. I don't like disappear, but in illustration, basically, just show that it's a perspective. So this is another example too with this one. This is a simpler example. So yeah, this is where the sun is. We all know that the sun is bigger than us, but it looks small in this drawing. So yeah, so that's perspective. So back to what I was saying. Okay, I think I'll put this one here instead and make it bigger because it's in front, because it looks cleaner. Then I'll put this one at the back, make it smaller. And I just pray they won't say he's Illuminati of this pyramid, but nah, let the world say what they want to say. So yeah, I'll put this behind him because it's smaller. This here, I think I'll also duplicate this a bit. Just put this here. Put this here, make it smaller a bit, not too big. Yeah, cool. Just distract his hand. Yeah, will make sense. And because it's in the front, make it okay. Let me just duplicate this for backup. Make this blur. Gaussian blur. Smaller like this. So it gives you that perspective feeling. So for this one, let me change this color to another color. So yellow would make sense. All I see yellow. Green we do actually. So, the same camera roll. that we added before, just to make it darker. So, school year. And change this one color to blue. Yeah, I'll soon be done. I'll soon be done. I'll soon be done. I'll soon be done. It might be no. I'll come out. Cool. And this pink is actually cute. So I think I'll leave that the way it is. Make it smaller because it's far off in the back. And oil paint. Okay. Okay. And also, I'm sorry that I'm talking too much. Just for those who don't really understand what I'm doing, sure. Just for them to get the message. So yeah, I think this is awesome. So now let's just add text. Then we're done. I'll add Jiggy. So yeah, so I have a bunch of brush text. So I'll just send that to the group. So that was my free gift to you guys. I'll send the brush text to you guys. So yeah, so bunch of brush text, man. So my favorite is Against. I've been using that font for years, man. I love that font. So Against is one of my best fonts. So I'll just adjust this. The tightness, make it -40. Okay, too much. So -20 is fresh. Cool. And I'll just bend this a bit. Add his back. You know. And make it white. Pink white to be now. Okay. Black is enough. Pink would be nice. Thinking of dark. I'm thinking. I think white is perfect. White is perfect. So yeah, white is perfect. So now I'm in the second to the last step, which is adding a few strokes. So now I want to add stroke. Before I add the stroke, like I said, alignment is key, basically. So this is my areas. If you notice, okay, this actually passes this boundary, so I have to bring this down a bit. It shouldn't pass that boundary. So if you notice, everything here is aligned, everything here is properly aligned and all. So it's very important, man. So let me just turn that off. So now the last step is to add strokes. So these strokes are very important. The reason why I say they're very important because if you look at our reference, that will gives you that artistic feel. That will gives you this artistic feel, it makes it look artistic. Makes it artistic, basically. So yeah, so let's add the strokes. So to add the strokes, you will need a pen tab. But if you don't have a pen tab, you can use your mouse to do that. So, but the thing is, if you use your mouse, it doesn't look like an artist did it. So let me use my mouse to show you guys. It just looks like this. Oh, it's actually dope. It's actually dope, but for me, I prefer using my pen tab to do this kind of lines. So just in case you don't know what a pen tablet is, this is what a pen tablet is. This is what a pen tablet is. And these aren't expensive. They're like 50k, 40k, 70k, depending on what you want to use. But you can always buy the cheaper version on Jumia. So I think Jumia sells it, but let me check how much it is on Jumia. I'll just rush check, sharp. Yeah, this is, like I said, always read books. The power of self-confidence, So now they're asking me for a rate. I'm still reading the book, but I'll say yes, I love it. So now I'm gonna comment now. So pen tablets, just rush that. So this is the price. You can see the prices online, 58k and the rest. So if you have money now, I'll advise you to go and buy it because dollar is crazy, man. Dollar is crazy. Like look at this. This used to be like 50k, 60k back then, 65k back then. Look at it now. It's now 106k. So if you have money, I beg in the name of all the gods you are serving. But you're serving God, I beg in the name of God, please buy a pen tablet. Buy it now before the price will go up. So yeah, basically. So let's just round this up since we're already almost done. So I'll just paint a few things. Like I'll paint a cross because it's a Christian artist. So I'll paint a cross. It's a Christian DJ. Paint a cross. I'll paint a few circles. You don't really have to be perfect in this. You don't have to be a good artist. So, and if you notice, like I said, it has this. There's a pressure on it. Slim and thick. So that's why you actually need a pen tablet. So yeah, just draw this here. And because of Jesus is King, so just on the J. Yeah. Makes sense. Looking good. So can add more colors to it. Pick this pink. Then just add more. Like I said, you don't have to be a good artist for this. Just freestyle, act like a child. Paint anything, paintable, basically. So yeah, this is perfect. So you can make your brush smaller. Add a few details to the cross. So yeah, let me just try on that color. This green would be nice. Yeah. Okay, so alright, cool. So let me add a few details to these boxes. So yeah. Yeah, I think all of us add something here. So, no, white is dope. No, yeah, yellow is dope. Cool. Makes sense. So back to our alignment. Alright, cool. We're still in frame. So now let's add our final touch, which is color grading. Color grading is very important. So when I was color grading my pictures, this design looks dope, but when I add vibrance, it makes the design pop. So in case you have questions like how does this guy make his design pop, or how does this other designer make their design pop, sometimes they use vibrance basically to make it pop. So add vibrance. You can find vibrance down here in your filters panel. Vibrance. Just add that vibrance there. I already added it here, so you can make it pop. But now the rule is this: please don't make your design pop like this. This is weird. It's looking unappealing. So just add small vibrance like this. Also, and in case if you don't like the feel, if you don't like some colors, you can always use selective color. What selective color does is that it picks a few colors and just changes their vibe, changes their color. So you can just come here. Like for example, now let's say I don't like the yellow. I like the yellow, but if I don't like the yellow, I can come here and change the color of the yellow. I make it brighter, darker. I make it like this. But I love the yellow the way it is, so I'm good. And I think okay, let me add vibrance. This is vibrance, so let me add brightness just to make it a bit darker. You know. So some of y'all might not really see what I'm doing because but me, I see what I'm doing. I'm just making it darker small a bit. I'll show you guys before and after just in case. Yeah. Yeah, cool. So this is the before. So let me zoom in so you see it. So this is before, this is after. So it doesn't need to be too much. It doesn't need to be like this now. It's just small. Small. And yeah, I'm done. This is how I do this design in 1 hour basically. So thank you all very much for watching and all. If you have questions, please feel free to ask. Thank you very much. Yo, Maven, are you there?
Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm here. Wow. Wow, wow. I don't even know what to say. This is beyond beyond awesome. This is amazing. This is
Thank you
amazing.
very much.
And
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it. Thank you.
hmm,
So
if I
yeah.
was the one
So
to,
in
if I
case
was the one to, if I was the one to make this design, maybe I would have spent half a day on it.
are you serious? Half a day.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
Man, I was shocked.
but you're actually a boss, man. This is you bossed everything, and you just sort it off in. If it's not even up to an hour, when you started, it's not
Yeah.
able to explain some other tricks and all of that. This is awesome. This is really awesome. So you can still share your screen. Hello.
Sorry,
Okay.
my network. Bamba.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, in case
Yeah.
of any questions, man, you can feel free to ask. You know.
Okay. Does anybody have questions? 'Cause I think I.
So I have a question.
I have a question
Okay.
too, sir.
All right.
So please feel free to ask. Good evening. And please, no sir. Like, let's not call please don't call me sir. I'm a young boy, man. So let me enjoy my youth the way it is.
Just say Reggz. So go on. Go on.
Okay, can I go now?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Please feel free, sir.
So the question I have is this: is regarding the pen tablets. So do you suggest designers should have the pen tablets?
Okay, if I suggest designers should have it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sorry.
And sir, yes, sir. I really suggest, man, I advise, like, as a designer that you are, and if you really want to invest into your career, it's best you get a pen tablet. If you have money, sir, if you have more money, it's best to even get a pen tablet and get a fast working laptop, because one of the problems with designers is that they don't like to invest into their craft. You see carpenter buying tools. You see like how fashion designers buying more equipment, equipping their fashion studio, or graphic designers. I don't know why some graphic designers are very, very stingy. You see graphic designer is earning so much money, but he doesn't have the right tools for his
Right.
for his job and for his business. So I advise you get it. I advise you even get, if you have money, say get it now. Start ordering it now like this. Go go go. If
Sincerely,
you
I'm doing that. I'm doing that right now.
Yeah,
Buying
yes
this,
please,
buying
please do
gadgets like that.
it.
Uh, doing that.
All right. Thank you so
Just
much, sir. Thanks for the.
You're welcome, sir.
so what do you, I don't even have anything to say.
I have a question.
Okay, yes,
Oh,
sir, you
please
can
feel
ask.
free to ask, man.
Right. Go on.
Yeah, when you were doing the color select part, did you actually
Yeah.
see, because it was the background part and the picture part? I didn't understand that part. Did you select it previously, or it just automatically select itself like that?
Oh, if okay, like okay, wait, sorry, like even when I was like choosing the background color, or when I was choosing what, sorry.
No, you wanted to increase the vibrance of something. So you did color select. Then you were toggling it. So it was only the background that was changing, not the picture.
Oh,
Do
only
you
the
get my
background.
point?
Okay, so yeah, I actually understand. Let me show you.
Share your screen.
Yeah, yeah. Let me share again. Sorry. Let me share again. So i- if you look at the vibrance, let me show you. So the color selective, I didn't use it again. I was just like explaining how to, like, if you want to like change colors basically. So let me just turn this to off. And yeah, I have to even group this layer that will scatter. So I'll just call this one shapes. Do that shapes. This layer, call this, add these two shapes. This is not needed. Delete, ref, put it on top, shape. So I have yes, it's a bit organized now. So of this ref. So yeah, I was saying, so when I turn this to off, this is how the design is naturally. So I added vibrance initially, which I'll cause come down here, then add vibrance just to make it pop. That's to make your designs pop, or to make it dull if it's too vibrant, that kind of thing.
Yes.
So yeah. Then I now showed you guys selective color. So what selective color does is that it selects individual colors. So for example now, this design actually has more of yellows. It has more of
Oh,
yellows and more of reds. Yeah. So in red, if I adjust the red, it adjusts the skin, because most people's skin is actually, it has more of red. Brown has red. If you do that
so
color mixture, that's RGB stuff.
the software is going to pick out the color.
Yeah, it's pick out the color.
Yeah.
So yellow, for example, you know,
Okay, okay.
adjust
I
it for
think I
you.
understand. Understanding now. Thank you.
You're welcome. And also, there are so many tools here which I know that a lot of designers have not explored. Like there are so many tools.
So
Like this
many.
color lookup. Yeah, like so many. This color lookup is mad. I think you guys should explore color lookup. It color grades designs once. Like boom. Let me look for a nice. This orange and blue is nice. So it actually makes your designs look nice. Can change colors of a design. So I put it up to I think it's to strip. You know, looks reddish like this. To change color using hue. Just explore. Explore, play around with your tools. Like an artist, basically. Throw paint around. Use your fingers, move it around, all those kind of things. Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah. Is there any other question? Just in
Any other
case.
Sorry, I noticed something now, sir. You viewed your color lookup. I saw that it's actually much. I don't know what's the year of the Photoshop, sir.
Okay, so for color lookups, as a skill person, you have to always update yourself. You have to always download stuff. So it's not by the version. I usually download color lookups. I download color lookups. I download brushes. Let me show you my brushes so that you see how much my brushes are. These are my brushes basically. You can buy brushes, you can download brushes. So these are my brushes.
Yeah,
So
you
much.
can get
So I,
brushes
I
at
always
brusheasy.com as one.
yeah,
Feel
add
free. Let me
brushes.
let me type it.
So same thing with color lookups. Okay, cool. Thank you,
Okay.
boss. So it's same thing with color lookups. So you can just go online and search color lookups, on Google basically. There are free color lookups, then there are the ones that people sell online. But the free ones will definitely do the job too. So yeah. So any other question before we call it a wrap?
Sorry, let me ask this last question, sir. I noticed the way that you like how you came across those colors. I noticed that you didn't go with what like now for beginners like me, let me just put it that way. When I want to design like that, I might have to consider the rules like complementary, analogous, and all. But
Yeah.
the way you came up with this color, like you were using your site to judge if it is okay. Do you think it is actually okay for beginners to try that kind of this thing and see how it works? Huh?
Well, thing is for beginners, our advice, like for beginners, our advice, if you want to, okay, basically, let me just go straight to the point. Basically, so the colors, basically, as a beginner, I advise you to always use references when picking colors because when I was a beginner, man, I made a lot of mistakes. I used to write, man, like, can you imagine writing using black text, you know, on a red background, writing hello. It's off. This color, they complement, yes, but you adding text on this kind of background is wrong. It has to be white, basically, for it to show well, like hello. If you notice, so let me ask you, so which one is to the black or the white for the hello?
The white.
White.
E- Exactly the white. So back then, I usually make all these mistakes, and that was because I was not using reference. I was in my head, I'd be bad designer, I'd be bad designer. I'm not bad, I'm not sabi anything that time. So you have to always use references. So if you want to get references, you have to look at other designs too. Other designs. So if you use Pinterest, if you use Instagram, I use Instagram sometimes, I use Pinterest. So let me show you my pins. Let me show you how my pins look on Pinterest. So looking at my pins, so back if it was me back then and I was still learning and I wanted to like get references on colors and all. So like I said, the client was something that's very, very popping. So if I look at these references, if you notice, he's using this is the designer that made this. These are like complementary colors basically. So any design I want to do and I want to like follow this reference, I will definitely not use any color that is off this. Like imagine me writing Imagine me writing a text, maybe let's say a yellow text on this green background. It's gonna be a bit off. Like, see, if I write hello, if you notice, it doesn't show. And the reason why I was able to say, imagine me writing a yellow text, because I'm already used to all these things. You know, I've designed and designed and designed, so I already know the right colors to use at the right time, and I know the colors not to use at the right time. So that's how I already know all these things. Well, as a beginner, you know, experiment, you know, show people. So I'll do this and I'll show someone, bro, can you see this? Like, you think this is cool? They'll definitely tell you no, because they're consumers, and in this generation, I think everybody's a designer. Everybody has an idea. But you that are designing, because you are so excited, what is not looking good in your eye will look good in your eye. So always use reference. So for example, me now, I'll use it as a guide, and I will never go outside this color scheme. So if I'm doing a green design, if I'm using this design as a reference, any text I'm adding will definitely be this color, like hello. You know, to definitely be this color, like for sure. I'm not going outside this color reference. So that's just basically. So as a designer, always use reference. It's very important to always use reference. So yeah, thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
All right.
You're
Thank you
welcome,
for
sir.
your
Thank
contribution.
God.
Thank you so much. I think we need to release our boss now. Yeah, it's late, and I know people have some other things to do. Some of you have not. You have eaten. Let me see. You have not eaten. Almost of you. All right, but we need to rest. Yeah, everyone needs to rest. And some people are still going back to work tomorrow. So I think we should call it a night. But before we call it a night, let's release boss first. Boss, let's release him. We are releasing him by saying thank you.
Thank you,
So
Rex.
don't you don't have to say it. Oh, type it. Type it. We can screenshot down. We cannot screenshot your voice. Type
Yeah,
it in
I
the
think he said he
chat.
needs to send the font and the brush font. I don't think he has done that.
It's only down that you remember. It's going to drop it. Okay.
Yeah, I'll do that now.
So in the chat, please type your love message. Let's show him that we love him. Let's thank him. Let's appreciate him for coming around. It's not easy, man. It's not easy. It's not easy to drop all these ideas. I'm sure many of you are still wondering how he came about all this stuff. Some of you are like, man, I never even reach anywhere. I never reach anywhere. Oh. This guy won't finish me. But man, it's really awesome.
Mm.
It's really awesome. Anytime I see his design, man. Mm. And he do share wallpaper every month. Every month he creates
Yeah.
wallpaper for, yeah, for new month, and he shares it with me. So I think we'll be getting some new set of wallpaper from next month.
Everyone. Thank you all very much for having me. I really
Yes,
appreciate
boss.
it. Like, God bless you all.
Thank you
God
so
bless
much.
you all. I'm sending the font in right now. It's coming in. So yeah.
Man, that's so generous of you, man. It's really, really awesome.
I think we're all good to go, right? Also, thank you all for having me. I really appreciate it. God bless you all. Y'all are the best. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, boss.
Good night.
Good night.
Thank you, Mr. Maven.
Yes, sir. Don't go. Please don't go.
Oh, okay, okay, cool.
No, no, not you.
Let
Not
me
you.
stay.
Not you. Not I'm talking to them.
Okay, 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 cool, cool, cool.
That's how they
All
used to
right,
tell
all
us in
right.
church. Youth, don't go yet. Please wait.
All right, one.
Well, you can leave.
Blessings, peace.
What's that?
Okay.
Okay. So that was I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. I didn't even know what to say. My lights went off earlier, but thank God. Okay, I was going to share something before. Eh, please don't go. Emma Salon. Okay, I wanted to open this and stay. Let us all stay at this design again. And I'm going to say something. I know many people had logged off. Yeah. So remember, you know that you didn't pay for this session, right? And it's sessions like these are like it doesn't happen every time. Yeah, like once no I'm not trying to say no once in a lifetime, but it doesn't happen every time. So um it's going to be very bad and very sad if you join this session and you leave and don't go and you did not try to at least work on yourself. Yeah. Okay, let me put it this way. I can't manage everybody, but I want you to implement. Thank you, Esther. I want you to implement everything that you have learned now in your design. I would say you should try this. I'm going to release the video. Yeah, everything was recorded. So I'm going to send the video. Yeah, I think we should upload it on our YouTube page. So watch it and then replicate what he did. You can use your picture if you want. You can get a picture online if you want, or maybe I'll get the picture for us. Yeah, please try and do something so that it will be happy. If you redesign what he did and then post it and tag him online, he'll be very happy. So that when next we call him, like I don't even know how we're going to do it because we can't really gather. We can still do it. We can still do it. So we can have another session with him later on. Yeah, but please try and work on yourself. Work on everything that you have learned. On Friday, yeah, on Friday we have another boss that is coming. We have my friend and my brother, Jiwius Isaac, is going to do a live class also. That will be on manipulation, photo composition. You're going to see how you can make stuff together. Because I get that question many times. People will say, how did you do this? How did you do this manipulation? How did you blend this one together? So I think these are some of the things we need to get out of the way as designers. Even if you are not there yet, but you can have this kind of videos saved somewhere so that whenever you need them, you can go there, you can go back to them. Okay. So I don't know if we have beginners here. Yeah, but if we have beginners or you're an amateur, you want to if you want to learn more design, yeah. So we only have a I have an academy, design academy, and we started last month, and we're doing pretty well. We have some of our students here. I want to show you. I want to show you guys something. We have some of our students here, and our course is just 10K. If you are interested, you can reach out to me. Right, if you are interested, and I'm going to share it on the. I'm going to share it in the community. Right, you can share. You can help us share. You can invite people. You can tell people about what we are doing. Yeah, so this is one way you are paying us back for this. We are not asking for anything, but we are just sharing love. You understand? Okay. He just shared the PDF. You can imagine. He just shared the PDF and all the files. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. how can someone be this amazing? How can someone be this amazing? Where is my where is my file? Man. Okay, I'm going to share. Let me share it in the group instead. Let me share the flyer in the group instead. So if you are interested in our design design bootcamp, you can reach out to Esther. Esther, signify kindly signify and let them see you. Reach out to
Hi.
Esther. Yeah. So that's Esther.
My name is
Yeah.
Esther.
Yeah,
Ishola
you said
Esther.
Esther.
Zoe. I'm the
Zoe.
one speaking. I would send
Yeah. So kindly
a something to the group. I'll send something to the group. So
okay.
reach out to me if you want to join the Mavens Academy.
All right. Thank you.
Peace.
Thank you about that. All right. I said again, I said we are coming back here on Friday. Yeah. This is another session you don't want to miss. Yeah, you don't want to miss this. It's going to be Photoshop manipulation, right? So another name I want to say, I have another name, and that's personal. Is that my birthday is coming up next month, March 28th, and for the first time in my life, I want to present a wish list. I don't have it here. I don't have it yet. But I want to present a wish list to everybody. I've never collected any gift before. Eh, you can imagine. I've never collected any gift from anybody. It's not good. Like this pen tablets now. Somebody can just dash me. God can use you for me. I'm just kidding, anyways. But I'm letting you guys know that my birthday is coming up and it's going to be an awesome time. So if you know any UI UX designer, yeah. So I want to dedicate March to UI UX designer. So that's that's the news I want to bring up. Yeah. Because of my birthday, I want to dedicate March to UI UX designers. I'm going to bring in some badass designers, yeah, to come and teach us. All right, without wasting our time, I'm going to you're going to call it a night. It's an honor, it's a privilege, it's my pleasure to have you all here this night. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much. See you guys on Friday. Yeah. Good night.